What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wrestling City, and today we are going to be reacting to a clip from the Stevie Richards show, and this one is titled The Problem with Cody Rhodes. So, if you haven't already seen anything from the Stevie Richards show, it's similar to Maven's YouTube channel in the sense that you kind of get to learn about the wrestling business or the stuff that goes on within the business from somebody that was actually experiencing all of this directly. So you do get a bit of a unique perspective. So I wonder what he has to think about Cody Rhodes. So yeah, let's get this one started.
And why is nobody mentioning The Rock? Why is The Rock not talking about this?
Yep, getting right
That's the
to
thing
it.
that's still glaringly missing and wrong with this entire
Very
angle.
obvious. I'm interested what he has to say about this, man. Turn up a little.
So we're going to do a bit of news now. John Cena's latest promo. You watched this. You were particularly interested in this because I think on the first week, that interview that John did, the first one, it was in Brussels, got a lot of praise. And I think you might have been one of the only sort of well-known dissenting voices saying, hang on, there's a lot missing here.
First of all, definitely not, I mean, it's the internet, there's always going to be mixed opinions, but it seemed like it was overall pretty mixed. A lot of people liked it, but then a lot of people were, I guess what he's going to say, you know, a lot of not advancing the storyline enough.
From this promo. So we've now got part 2 with Cena coming out, and it was in Glasgow this time.
Yep.
On WWE Raw, of course.
The crowd
then Cody
reacted,
comes out
though,
once again to interrupt,
sure.
and then it plays out a little bit differently. So I don't know if this is a what went wrong or what went right segment, but comparing the first week to the second week of basically the same segment, I guess.
Well, we can be completely like arrogant and say that they're watching us, which they might be, but I think it's more common sense. Week 1, it wasn't so much Cena's promo. It was the interaction with Cody after they had literally beat him up almost for real at Elimination
He just
Chamber.
didn't do anything.
So think about it. He's basically came out to Miz TV on SmackDown, just ran in, hit Miz with the crossroads, showed intensity. Miz didn't even do anything. You see what I mean? Like, he was angrier at Miz than he was at Cena. With Cena, he just
That's a
said,
fair
stop being
point.
a whiny bitch. And that was it. This week, and what I said on the show last week was, why didn't Cody come out all fired up and say, you know what?
Immediately go
I
to
don't want
attack
to wait till WrestleMania.
Yes.
Let's fight right here, right now, and starts taking off. And Cena chickens out. Cena leaves. That's what I said it should have happened week
That's
1.
fair.
They did that here. That's where, you know, I said, okay, now we got something. Although I still feel like Cody and Cena were so close to WrestleMania, maybe we don't have them interact. Maybe we anticipate the actual match. Maybe they talk.
I do not agree with that because, well, first, like he was saying, they did, I think, get it a little more right this week because while there wasn't any physical interaction, like Cody didn't immediately start attacking Cena or anything, we did get to see a confrontation between them where he laid the title out saying, you know, you want the title, you realize you're going to have to take it off me, and Cena did end up chickening out, like he said. So they went in the right direction for this, but I think with 3 weeks left until WrestleMania, I think it's 3 more Raws until this match, you know, happens. They need to do some sort of physical interaction, whether it's the week before, like the go home show, maybe it's next week. They're supposed to have a confrontation then too, but I think they definitely need to ramp up the intensity with some maybe he slaps Cena or something like that. I don't know.
Crap, but they're in separate locations. Maybe they do that split screen picture like they do
That's
on
a good
ESPN,
idea.
like Riddle and Seth Rollins. And maybe they do try to find
Of all
each other,
examples.
but don't. Something takes them off course to do that. But this was definitely done better. But once again, you're talking about things that are missing. What's
Rock.
missing? What's the one thing that's glaringly missing
The elephant
this
in the
close
room.
to WrestleMania, especially with Cody versus Cena?
Tell me.
The Rock.
Of course.
Not even on the Titantron. Think about
Uh-huh.
it. Has anybody even mentioned The Rock since Punk's promo about The Rock?
It's so
It's almost as if
weird.
they're telling them, do not mention The Rock's name.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll be there at the pay-per-view, but nobody. How did Rock get Cena to turn heel? Why did Cena turn heel? Cena already won the Elimination Chamber match. He already had
Yeah,
his title
man.
shot. And they're like, well, that's why people are asking. Yeah, but after 5-6 weeks, no one's going to ask.
Yeah, man. It's such a glaring, like, it's so obvious. Like, it's the elephant in the room every time because we know now, we know Cena's mindset behind, like, why he turned heel, but why did he sell his soul to The Rock? We haven't had any further explanation on that. And what are we just gonna have Rock just randomly appear at WrestleMania and we're supposed to remember what happened at the Chamber? I mean, I guess a hardcore fan will remember, but we need some more mentions about The Rock. I just don't get why they've done it the way they have so
I'm
far.
sure they'll pick it up after WrestleMania. But why is Cena doing this? He already qualified for the title match at WrestleMania. So what is Rock offering Cena? And what is Cena
Yeah,
offering Rock? And why is nobody mentioning The Rock? Why is The Rock not
nobody.
talking about this? That's the thing
Or
that's
Travis
still
Scott.
glaringly missing
Yeah,
and wrong with this entire angle.
There's one thing that keeps bugging me, and it happened last week and it happened this week as well. I've said it on Storytime with Dutch, and I made mention of it, and I actually said because this bugged Dutch to no end, and it was with Ronda Rousey. Ronda would come out. I don't know if she's playing a heel or whatever. Let's say she was playing a heel. She would come out smiling and clapping hands and blah blah blah. Then she'd get in the ring and then be serious. And my opinion is, it's sort of the same thing with Cody. Is
that's
why is he going through
fair.
the exact same machinations every single week where he's going, whoa, with the music and slapping hands with the fans and da-da-da, and seeming so relaxed about the whole situation, and then he goes into acting mode in the ring, and then he starts going into, the
I get
promotional
that. That's a valid complaint.
rhetoric with it. And there's a bit of a disconnect because, as you said last week, I'm sure, why isn't he more angry about this? Why didn't he at least try and attack Cena last week? For everything you did to me, how dare you? That kind of thing, and I'm going to get revenge. There didn't seem to be like a big desire for revenge on Cody's part. And that's sort of what's...
That was the issue that, obviously the build up to last year's WrestleMania was fantastic, but the one prevailing complaint that I saw a lot online was Cody was he just takes it, like he doesn't really stand up for himself. And last year it changed when he ended up slapping The Rock back. But during that time period where he gave up his title shot to The Rock and then he got slapped at that WrestleMania press conference, it just feels like they just bully, like boss him around, and he just takes it. And he came back with the black eye, and after getting beat up by Travis Scott, or John Cena, and The Rock, and he just didn't really want revenge. I hope they change that with the next few weeks.
being a bit of a disconnect with me still. They've got weeks to, flesh it out, of course.
Only a few
Yeah, well,
more.
the timing of everything too. They got weeks to flesh it out. When's he going to decide to get
Hmm.
intense and really ready for WrestleMania and angry at The Rock and angry at Cena? We're waiting for that. Shouldn't that be an instantaneous thing?
Yeah.
And then it's the booking or the creative to keep them apart and keep people interested in the actual match. That's the trick. Yeah, he's a lot more mature than any other wrestler that I ever grew up watching because they would run right to the ring and start fighting.
They would
There's a
have
thing
crashed
about
out
Russo
immediately.
that when I worked with him, whether it's WWE, or TNA, and other people, and he would talk about this on his show a lot. Before we went out, say this happened to Cody, the Elimination Chamber beatdown, all that stuff, everything happened. Cody's next entrance, Russo said, say it's Austin, but we'll talk Cody.
Hmm.
Russo or a writer would be there and say, Now, remember, last week or 2 weeks ago, they left you
Yeah.
laying. He popped your eardrum. The Rock is
Get
responsible for
revenge
this. The guy in the
immediately.
ring right now is the one you
Uh-huh.
want to get at. Enter the ring and do your entrance like you can't wait. Don't do all this stuff because you want to get to that guy. That's
They
not as
did that
important
right on
as
one
getting into
week.
the ring and going after Cena or telling Cena you're going to kick his ass.
Hmm.
Do you see the different presentation? Right now, we have an NXT entrance. It's like NXT face, NXT entrance. No matter what goes on, even if they killed your kitten, your puppy, your mom, your dad, your husband, your wife, hit the mark, hit the pose, pyro goes off. Make sure you get to the ring by this point, hit the pose on the apron, go through the ropes, do your thing. So they're all there, do the thing. Their entrance now is the thing. So no matter what, compartmentalize the entrance, then get serious. But they don't understand that the fans are already looking, going, he's smiling. Why is he laughing? Why is he happy? You know, it's just wrestling in 2025.
Makes
I
you
don't
wonder,
get it
man.
because the entrance and dare I say it, some of the matches leading up to the actual match you want to see do not match the storyline that I'd like to follow going
Yeah.
into WrestleMania.
Needs more intensity starting out.
I'll do a quick catch up for people who haven't watched it. So John Cena comes out on WWE Raw. This is I wrote yesterday, but it's actually 2 days ago as we record this. Basically, cuts the exact same interview that he did the week before, saying it's all the fans' fault. They've been horrible to him. He threatens to bring the spinner belt back, and that he is going to ruin wrestling for everybody. But doesn't particularly sort of explain
Turn
how.
up the volume.
He
real
says
quick.
that Ric Flair's going to he's going to beat Ric Flair's 16-time world title reign, take the belt home with him, and that there is nothing the fans can do to stop him. Then Cody Rhodes comes out with a big smile on his face, slapping hands with the fans, etc. And then Cody says to Cena that he made a mistake, and that's saying what he said with Cody in the building. And then Cody says he wants to fight him there and then. He takes the belt off.
Has
He
some
puts it in the middle of
intensity.
the ring.
Yeah.
If you want the belt, take it. And Cena instead declines and walks off.
Hmm.
What do you make of? Yeah, what do you make of that actually? Because I mean, it's more like what you wanted from the first week, I guess. But I mean,
Sorta.
where does this leave Cena now?
Well, this is the problem with the whole thing, and that's why I said maybe keeping them completely apart until the match and actually talking
I think
crap
on the
to each other
Titantron,
from
like you said,
distances
is a good idea.
is the way to go. There's never been, I think, a match with this much anticipation. Obviously, with Cena turning heel since the Hogan and The Rock match from WrestleMania. I'm not saying there haven't been matches
Possibly.
people have been looking. I'm talking
Yeah.
about storyline, the heel turn of Cena, a new fresh coat of paint on an angle, and a match we've never seen before.
That's
That's what
valid.
I'm looking at right now, at least in their current characters or iterations. But yeah, the word I think of with the entrance, both entrances of Cody, with the entrances, with him getting in the ring, with his interaction with Cena. I'm not talking about Cena alone cutting the promo. If he just left and did his thing and Cody didn't come out, I think it would be fine. Although no mention of The Rock, no mention why The Rock or why he's with them or what
Yeah.
their
Cody
deal
shoulda
with the
came out,
devil
for
is
sure.
at all.
I'm glad he
But the
did.
word that comes to my mind with every single part involving Cody, disconnect. Disconnect.
Yeah.
Why are you happy? Why are you coming down? Why are you doing your normal entrance? This isn't a normal situation. Why are you getting in the ring without double legging Cena and beating the shit out of him? Why aren't security trying to keep you guys away from each other if
Like
you're so
Gunther and
angry? And
Jay.
so they must not have hurt you that bad, right? Where security and the company are not trying to keep you from getting revenge on Cena. And what I would do from Adam Pearce's perspective, keep them apart and they never are near each other because this match needs to happen.
I think it's fair what he is saying. Maybe they could do something like what he said with Adam Pearce being involved in it. Maybe they can do. They've done stuff in the past where like if one of them touch each other before WrestleMania, like if Cody Rhodes, tries to take down Cena, start hitting him or hit him with the crossroads, whatever, then he will be like fired or stripped of the title or something. So there's some reason for them not to actually have that physical contact yet, but they could still be that tension, the heat building up to it. I think that's a pretty solid idea. Or like he said, the face to face on the like over via satellite or whatever they call it now.
If they get within 10 feet of each other, they're going to kill each other and the match is going to be
Hmm.
canceled. Isn't that easy enough to explain? Then sprinkle in occasionally The Rock on his phone in portrait mode, talking crap about
Like
Cody. And
last
wouldn't
year.
you people
Yep.
like to know why Cena and I are together? You're going to find out at WrestleMania. So at least we got something.
Yeah.
So much disconnect. And in this day and age, if people can't understand and digest it right away, what do, James? Change channel.
That is a fair point. Another great video from, well, a clip from an episode of the Stevie Richards show. And I enjoy that. I didn't even think about I think subconsciously I have noticed Cody, his whole, like he said, he comes out, he's all happy, good guy, baby face, face of the company. And then he gets to the ring and he's all upset and he's mad at them. That acting mode that gets switched on when he gets in the ring for his promo. So that does make sense. It's pretty that's a very clear problem that he has had on this build so far. Uh I think they should have I think that they should have some physical confrontation before the actual match. So I don't know if I agree with that 100%, but he has some pretty solid ideas and a nice perspective. So I will put the link down to this video. So if you want to go ahead and rewatch it, go ahead and do so. Click that link. And if you haven't already, don't forget to drop a like, comment below, and subscribe. Come join the greatest city in the world, Wrestling City. And that's about it. I will see y'all next time. Peace.